Tonight, student makes geographical discovery.
And later, flying trains are coming our way.
And later, President Trump finds the real meaning of impeachment. Hello, and welcome to MCTV's News and Update. I'm Elena Reyes.
And I am Bobby Oliver.
Here are tonight's top stories. It seems that one local student has made quite the discovery here in New York. The unnamed student has been found going across campus telling all who will listen about this peculiarly named mountain located in the Adirondacks. When asking the student about the mountains, he said, "Why would anybody name a mountain that? It's so funny. I must go and conquer that mountain and be on top of it all." Well, you still may be asking yourself what this mountain is named, and that would be Bitch Mountain. Well, it appears that the origin of this name is up for debate. Many seem to speculate that it was named after their very own friends and or family.
New York City has decided to invest in flying trains. The Metropolitan Transportation Association stated that the city is looking for innovative ways to make transportation easier and faster for its passengers. The project is set to start towards the end of the year 2021 in the area of Williamsburg, Brooklyn. When asked about the punctuality and the fare of these trains, the MTA representative said that they are working on a plan to make the trains come on time.
The president was stunned late Friday night when he learned the true meaning of impeachment. Trump discovered that is not the fact the name of a fancy fruit salad containing numerous peaches, but that it may, in fact, remove him from the office of the president. He was highly disappointed in finding this out, tweeting that he was looking forward to eating impeachment this Thanksgiving, yet it's just another thing the Democrats have taken away from him. Horrendous. As far as the impeachment process itself is going, well, that's another story.
It is official. The leaders of the world have come to a consensus to make ice cream free for all around the world. The rule will come in full effect starting January 1st of the year 2000. The discussions for the decision had been happening for the past 15 years, and finally, we get to see the results. According to officials of the National Ice Cream Manufacturers Committee, they are looking forward to a work filled with happy faces after a good pint of ice cream.
From fall weather to gumball rain showers, here's Caroline Fisk with this week's Highs and Lows report.
Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Highs and Lows report. I'm Caroline Fisk. This past weekend, we officially entered the fall season. We experienced some cooler temperatures. And for this week, we can anticipate some warmer weather as the days progress. In fact, we're looking at cloudy skies with a chance of meatballs throughout the week. Before we take a closer look at the forecast, here are some photos, starting with this outrageous weather that we have been having lately. If you ever wondered one day what it would be like if suddenly it was raining gunballs, and the next day the moon was really discovered to be made of cheese? Well, folks, today is your lucky day. This week we will be experiencing some very fishy weather that is far from cheesy. There are really no explanations as to how this type of weather came to be recently, but what matters now is that food and weather are combined into one, and your groceries are now free. Say goodbye to Stop and Shop, ShopRite, Publix, and Whole Foods. Mother Nature is now providing all of your groceries for you. Now focusing on the weather in our neck of the woods. For today's weather, it was raining ice cream with a side of Italian ice on this cold fall day. There is no need to go shopping in the freezer section anytime soon. And tonight, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies with a chance of frozen pizza and frozen vegetables, and these items are both from the freezer section in the local grocery store. So again, no need to go grocery shopping. Looking ahead for tomorrow, we're seeing some sunny skies with some warm bowls of pasta with marinara sauce with a side of Caesar salad on this warmer fall day than today. These food products are conveniently located in the produce and pasta sections of the grocery store. Again, no grocery shopping is necessary. Well, that concludes our weather report for the week. I'm Caroline Fisk. Thank you.
The United States government has paired up with the British monarchy to make British accents mandatory for all citizens. After watching The Crown Season 3, Parliament felt that British accents are necessary and superior. This rule will take effect on New Year's Day at midnight. So start practicing your British accents because things are about to change around here. The book, How to Speak British 101, is now available for $39 on Amazon.
Stunning news out of Bolivia as Bob Saget has taken over as leader and renamed the country Bob-Livia. The world-famous TV star and comedian has come under fire for the decision. But he believes it comes with numerous benefits. First, that the country will be much more recognizable to the world. And second, he has decided to legally change all citizens' names to that of Bob. He cites that it will make all those awkward family reunions where you kind of don't know everybody's name that much easier, as everybody will be named Bob. But not everybody agrees. We spoke to Bob, formerly named Abilio Fernandez Tide Pod Chacha Javier Iglesias, about the situation, and he said that, "I have lost my personality. I am now the same as everybody else, and it's terrible." Well, it seems that only time will tell how the change will affect the nation.
From the Patriots' consecutive win to Marist football win, here is Ben Pierce with this week's sports update.
What?
Thank you, and welcome to MCTV Sports Report. Some interesting statistics came to light at the end of NFL Week 11. For instance, the New England Patriots clinched their 19th consecutive winning season with a victory over the Philadelphia Eagles. A brutal punt fest of a game to watch, by the way. And the Washington Redskins, who are a brutal franchise to watch, went 16 quarters without scoring a touchdown. That's 4 full games in layman terms. Nothing against Dwayne Haskins, but he's terrible. The team he plays for is most likely to blame for that. But I feel like I could have put the ball in the end zone at least once if I had 240 minutes of game time to do it. Haskins did break the streak by getting his first pair of touchdowns against the Jets, but they're the Jets. Saying Colin Kaepernick is catching a lot of flack has been as obvious as saying the sky is blue for over 3 years now, but his most recent controversy has made the media go up in arms. Good old Roger Goodell was nice enough to set up a workout for Cap in Atlanta, in which almost every NFL team would show up to watch the quarterback have his second pro day. However, Kaepernick smartly decided to move the event from a state-of-the-art NFL stadium to a random high school field a mere 3 hours before it was scheduled to begin. It's obvious that Kaepernick does not trust NFL stadiums to stay lit for an extended period of time. If it were not for half of the Superdome going pitch black in Super Bowl 47, Cap might be a champion and still a star in this league. What a tragedy. The Houston Astros have been stripped of every win in franchise history after they were exposed for committing baseball's version of Spygate. The cocky sign stealers felt the need to gain a competitive advantage to make up for the height of Jose Altuve. This could not have come at a worse time for Houston, as their assistant general manager has just been outed as a misogynist. If they wanted to make enemies for motivation, they have done a great job, as everybody in the nation despising them is as certain as 2 bangs on the trash can means change-up. Marist football won on Saturday. Nah, just kidding, they caught another L. Albeit it was a competitive thriller that went into double overtime. However, I will be the first to admit I just wanted it to end, no matter who won, as I was filming it in the cold and lost all feeling in my upper and lower body. I know I'm making a lot of jokes about the team, but it's the Onion, and I'm sure Coach Parody will not be tuning in. Coach Parody was such a good coach over his 28 years that he elevated Marist out of the MAC conference, so let's hope they don't end up back there anytime soon. But on a serious note, it's a bummer they couldn't win on senior day, especially considering the entire team is seniors. This is all I have for today. I am Ben Pierce. Thank you.
A dog named Charlotte in Central Paris has been named the first canine to ever speak clearly. The owner, Justine, shared that she has been training Charlotte since she was in her mother's womb. It started with simple French words like bonjour and au revoir until one day she noticed that Charlotte was creating complete sentences. Charlotte said in an interview that she is very excited to be able to speak to humans, especially since now she can just ask for food instead of having to make a whole scene for her human to pay attention. She's now in the process of learning English.
It seems that everybody wants to get in on the Popeye's chicken sandwich action. With sales of the sandwich soaring, many other businesses have attempted to get in on the action. One such being the venerable Krusty Krab. We caught up with the owner, Mr. Krabs, about the sandwich, who said when asked that the money the sandwich makes the money, and I wanted it. The Krusty Krab version of the Popeye sandwich is known as the chicken patty, and it seems to have caught on well, but many customers are questioning whether the Krusty Krab has the chops to make its own chicken sandwich. Only time will tell. From One Direction's big comeback to Netflix's new name, here's Alexis O'Sullivan with this week's news and entertainment.
Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Entertainment Report. I'm Alexis O'Sullivan. One Direction is back and better than ever. They've decided to reunite once again for a tour, but unfortunately, one of their band members will not be attending. Zayn is too busy focusing on his newfound passion for TikTok. However, the good news is he will be replaced by Keanu Reeves. No word on whether or not he could actually sing, but band member Harry Styles has released a statement on their decision. He is quoted saying, "It was the obvious decision. The only person the internet likes more than me is him." In the wake of Disney+, Netflix has decided to call it like it is. They are officially changing their name to Disney Minus. Now that they no longer have any of their Marvel films or other cinematic masterpieces such as the Lizzie McGuire movie, they've entered a period of rebranding. It is rumored that once their Nickelodeon collaboration goes through, they will switch their name to Netflix minus Disney plus Nickelodeon. Sounds like a complicated math problem to me. A new award show has been created to recognize the monumental accomplishments of influencers. Some of the categories include Best Clickbait, Biggest PR Disaster, and Worst Apology Video. Nominees have yet to be announced, but my money is on TanaCon for at least 2 awards. The show will be held at Firefest 2020 and will be sponsored by Flat Tummy Tea. Well, that concludes our entertainment report for the week. I'm Alexis O'Sullivan. Thank you.
Hollywood is moving. Representatives from the Cinema Arts Commission sent out a press release giving the news that the capital of movies is moving to Florida. When asked the reasons for this decision in an interview, the director of the commission said that Florida just seems to be a nicer place to make movies. Additionally, many production offices have already been established in Miami, so the communication would also be easier. They also made clear that the Hollywood sign would be relocated to Hollywood, Florida.
Recent college graduate John J.J. Schmidt has returned home from his international trip to Hungary. Schmidt joined the Peace Corps after school and planned to go to Hungary to help all those starving people. But when Schmidt arrived, he came to a much more startling conclusion. Everybody in the country is a liar. Schmidt commented, "Why on earth would they name their country that? Nobody there is hungry. They all have food. And when I offered people food, they just looked at me and said, Elzhmi," whatever that means. He also noted the abundance of public baths and wondered why anybody would want to use those. Then Schmidt did tell us that he'd be keeping with the Peace Corps and that his next trip is not as far off, as he'll be heading to Turkey this Thanksgiving, so that all are fed for his favorite holiday.
For one... Sorry. For 1 week only, all the late 90s and early 2000 Nickelodeon and Disney Channel shows will come back to their respective channels. This decision comes after a massive online campaign in which members of that generation convinced Nick and Disney to give them the possibility to rewatch their childhood favorites. A representative from each company said that both organizations had agreed to do it as a way to provide a little happiness to this young adult generation. The marathons are expected to happen in the second week of February of the year 2022. Isn't that great? What was your favorite 90s, 2000s show?
Well, I think I'm most excited to see Doug return. I feel like it's a very underrated Nick show from the 90s. How about you?
I think I'm very excited to see back Kenan and Kel. Do you know that show?
Oh, fantastic.
It
Good
was
choice.
amazing. Yeah, great.
All right. Well, that's all we have for you tonight. I'm Bobby Oliver.
And I am Elena Reyes. Thanks for watching and have a good night.